है यार.
Zabardast. And at the moment with us to talk about a subject which really matters. क्या है प्रदीप जी, जैसा हम यहाँ पे बार बार बोलते हैं, चुनाव आते हैं, चुनाव जाते हैं, elections come and go, prime ministers come and go, leaders come and go. But this is the subject which concerns us all.
Yes, yes.
Not only concerns us, concerns our children, will concern our grandchildren, their children, and all the generations to come. To discuss all that and look at the kind of disaster that we may possibly be facing, we have our old friend of the Watchdog Foundation, Advocate Godfrey Pimenta. Godfrey Saab, Namaskar.
नमस्कार सर, नमस्कार.
How are you, sir? How are you?
All good, sir. आपकी दुआ से.
Thank you very much, sir. So what's happening with the Uttan dumping ground? It's catching fire. It has already spread so much of disease to all the 9 villages which are all around. What is going on? I mean, is it that the administration doesn't care about the people? What's going on over here? Godfrey sir, please बताएं.
Now, this issue has been simmering for almost several years now.
Yes.
Because earlier the fire incident was not an issue. But in last 3 years, there are 26 incidents which have been reported from the dumping ground.
26 fires. 26
fires from 2020 till 2024. That is for a period of about
about 4 years.
No, 4 years. So the thing is, this fires are taking place at regular interval, and since the dumping ground has been set up atop an hill,
yes,
the spread of the fumes emanating from this dumping ground is too poisonous in nature, because this is affecting the health of the locals. There have been demand and agitations for shifting this dumping ground to some other place. The matter is right up to reached as a Supreme Court level, and the corporation has saying that it is taking necessary step to relocate the dumping ground. The politicians have just giving a lip service, but there is no concrete action in that behalf. Now, when this recurring incidents happened, I was called by the locals to address the meeting, but due to some unforeseen development at the local level, maybe they were under pressure not to call the matter reached that
He's got to go.
Yeah.
Yes, you're back.
So the matter reached so much so that the locals were pressurized to drop the agitation. But nonetheless, the Watchdog Foundation followed up. Now, sir, there is a provision under the Environment Protection Act 1986. Now, if you serve a notice, now if you have to prosecute the government official, the citizens are required to send a 60 days notice to the Maharashtra Pollution Control Board of your intention to prosecute the officials, concerned officials. Now, this complaint was filed by me maybe in month of April, and surprisingly, for the first time, I think so in history of the Maharashtra Pollution Control Board, based on our complaint, they have taken a steps. They have filed a criminal case against the Municipal Commissioner of Mira Bhayandar Municipal Corporation and several other concerned officials in the Judicial Magistrate Court at Thane. So now that has put enough pressure on the system. Now there was a false smell which was emanating from the dumping ground.
Yes.
I am being told by the locals now that there is a reduction in the foul odor which emanates from the dumping ground. So there is some action. Now this would have not happened, if there was no criminal case filed against the concerned officials. Now we fail to understand as to why the citizens are required to take that extreme step of filing complaint with the Pollution Control Board. Why this the corporation doesn't take cognizance of the regular complaints filed by the locals.
So Godfrey Saab, this entire contract has been given to a garbage disposal company. called
Correct.
the Hanjer Biotech
Yes.
Limited or something like that.
Correct. Correct.
And surprisingly, Pradeep ji, the lease is for 30 years. 30 years they've been given the contract. And nobody is there to monitor whether the hundreds of workers working over there are equipped with gloves, with masks, with everything else. They not only cause, it is not only a hazard for the people all around, but even for their own workers. Godfrey sir.
Sir, I'll tell you a narrate an incident because I was personally witness to that incident. Now, the stench which emanates from this dumping ground is so unbearable that the municipal workers or the contract workers who are engaged in transporting of the garbage from Mira Bhainder town
Ji.
are under the influence of alcohol driving. Now that just 15 days ago, the dumper dashed, what you call electric substation of Adani at Dongri, and the entire area was, in plunged into darkness. Now that is the kind of, now if there was some human being or something, there would have been a terrible accident.
But Godfrey ji, yeah, burning is the only solution, or recycling plant or something, because you have been working a lot on these environmental issues where garbage dumping is concerned or where the cleansing of rivers is concerned. क्या जलाना एक ही मार्ग है क्या? आपको रिसाइकलिंग कर सकते हैं, एनर्जी कन्वर्शन कर सकते हैं, क्या दूसरे ऑप्शंस मीरा भाईंदर म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन आर दे लुकिंग इनटू अदर ऑप्शंस or they just going to burning of this kind of garbage as a solution?
Sir, there is a provision in the Garbage Disposal Act for segregation of the garbage at source, for which the corporation is required to provide bins for wet garbage, dry garbage, and disposable garbage, etc. These bins were initially provided. There was a big fanfare saying that so many, bins have been provided. But all that was only on paper. Nothing happened at the ground level, because it is a mandate under the law that the garbage, particularly in the large societies and all that, they have to segregate. There has to be a composting. Maybe in the large society, they have to dig a separate pit for that purpose, your garden and other areas for greening purposes. But this is not happening. Now what happens? All the garbage gets carried. The segregation, there is a what you call this agency which has been appointed. Whether they are doing their job properly of segregating garbage or not, that is the case. That 30 years people will have to suffer because the agency which has been appointed is not competent to handle this kind of a job, specialized job.
But why have it on top of a hill? I don't understand this. Because this is right on top of a hill surrounded by 9 villages.
Yes, sir.
And there is a stench which goes everywhere, and each time the thing catches fire, toxic fumes go to every village, to every house.
Absolutely. Sir, they have violated the sitting criteria for setting up of the dumping ground itself in the first place. That is the biggest violation, because you cannot set up a dumping ground in the vicinity of villages or where there is a human habitation in the periphery of 500 meters. This particular condition has been breached by impunity, and the corporation for last several years, despite agitations, has not done anything on this. It is only on the paper. The matter reached to National Green Tribunal, which imposed almost 25 crore or 50 crore as a penalty on the Mira Bhainder Municipal Corporation, which was carried in appeal, and then the Supreme Court stayed that condition.
So Godfrey Saab, just to sorry Pradeep ji, just to make the situation clear again, you have filed a complaint on the basis of which some officials are being prosecuted. Is that correct?
That's right, sir.
So who are these officials and what is the complaint? Could you just tell us again, please?
Yeah. So the nature of complaint is that because of the recurring incidents of fire at the dumping ground, also the leachate which flows from the dumping ground in the neighboring area is affecting not only the farmers there, it is also affecting the health of the locals.
So the complaint
And
is
what is
against the officials of the Mira Bhayandar Corporation. Is
Mira
that
Bhayandar Municipal Corporation,
right?
basically the solid waste management department, including the municipal commissioner who's heading the corporation. Now they have not taken any steps, and therefore we have written to Maharashtra Pollution Control Board seeking their permission to prosecute these officials. Now, based on that, you must have seen the letter which I forwarded to
Yes.
you. That based on our complaint, they have already filed a criminal complaint under the Air Pollution Act and Environment Protection Act with the judicial magistrate at Thane. Now there is a sword hanging on the municipal official. That's the reason for last maybe about a month or so, the things are under control. But we are looking at the long-lasting solution of relocating this dumping ground at some suitable location. And I think so they have already filed, identified a village somewhere on the Ghodbandar road, which is away from the human habitation. So I think so that is the ideal site. Only thing is the acquisition of land and other process, whatever permissions are required from the Ministry of Environment, Forest, and the local town planning authority.
This
If they are
garbage,
located-
Godfrey, this garbage is only of Mira Bhayandar vicinity, or the garbage also come from other cities in the neighboring Mira Bhayandar council?
No, it is exclusively of Mira Bhayandar town, because today Mira Bhayandar has population maybe of about 6 to 7 lakhs. So the entire garbage of this entire town comes to this dumping ground.
And burning, one thing is catching fire on its own, and other thing is the contractors burn them, because you had the same problem in Molan dumping ground, Devnar, where initially they were burning garbage, and the residents all got together, went to the court and got a stay on that. So is this, they are burning it, or how can we accidental fires 5 times?
No, so this is a big mystery as to how the incidents of fires are taking place on recurring basis. That's the reason we have filed that RTI officially. Now this is the official figure, sir. There may be unofficial figure which must have been doused also by the contractor himself. But officially, whenever the such incidents have happened, the fire brigade has been summoned, and these are the official recorded 26 fire incidents at Uttan dumping ground.
And there are about 14 social organizations who have been protesting against this.
That's right.
All of
That's
them.
right.
Including the East Indian Association, the local
The
Christian
East Indian
Association,
Association, the Dharavi Bed Bachao Samiti, the local, there are various neighboring villages.
even
Each
the
village has a,
even the Bombay Catholic Sabha, and there are so many
That's
others
right.
who are all involved.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you are also against the desalination plant that was coming around Gorai. Now, how far has that work on? Has they started the desalination plant, or your protest is still on? You said fishermen are going to be affected.
Sir, the protest is still on because as it is, we have made aware on this forum that if they have a desalination plant at this particular location, it is going to harm the fishing community for all times to come, because there is already a coastal road which is coming in this area. Apart from the coastal road, you will be having sir, the desalination plant. Now already the tenders for desalination plant has been floated. Now because of this fluid situation, political fluid situation in the state, I don't know what is the current status, but yes, it is there in the offing, because water is an issue in Mumbai. Mumbai will face water shortages, so therefore we have to plan this. But the only location is that instead of this could have planned on the eastern waterfront, where there is not much fishing happening on the eastern waterfront. But major koliwadas right from Kolaba to Uttan, they are on the western waterfront, and therefore it is likely that it will be affecting the fishing community in a big way, sir.
And you got a lot of problems there. You talked about the Manori Vasai mangrove site and how it's being slowly destroyed. two mangrove parks out there. How is the status now of the mangrove parks? Anything remaining or it's all destroyed?
Sir, as far as the Mangrove Park is concerned, we are not against that kind of a development because ultimately it is going to make the Mumbaikars aware of the rich biodiversity of the region. But there are instances now. Last week also somebody called me up. I am traveling actually. Currently, I am sitting in Mangalore just now.
Wow.
Oh, you're in Mangalore. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for joining
I'm
us
in
from Mangalore, sir. Right.
Yeah. So, sir, I got a call. In today also, the mangroves are being destroyed in what I call Marve region, sir. And this is happening. The land sharks are destroying, extending the territory. There is a lot of reclamation happening, and the forest officials, the local politicians, everybody is overlooking because this ultimately more slums. That means more vote bank, and that is how the politician look at it. The local police officials turned blind eye, and the forest officials are nowhere to be seen. Now all this can be easily detected by satellite. All machinery, everything is available, but there is no political will, sir, and that's the reason we are suffering this, and more what I call mangroves are being destroyed, despite this being declared as a national what I call mangrove site by the Ministry of Environment and Forest way back in
Gee.
2000 or
Gee.
2005.
So 886 crore, the bridge, the Gorai bridge is already it's ready, or what is the status there? Because you said as it comes down into the village, the roads are narrow, and it's not total planning.
All the houses will be destroyed.
So what is the
Sorry,
fight there?
yeah.
I mean, as you reach any conclusion?
Sir, you are absolutely right because today the coastal road, the bridge, everything, the soil testing is going on. Now, because of the rains, maybe the work may be halted for a period of 3 months or so. But again, it will pick up its pace maybe after the monsoon. So these projects are there. Now, once these projects are there, and if they pass through this what I call three villages of Manori, Gorai, and Kulwem, they are bound to destroy the entire character of that village itself. That will make it a kind of a urban jungle because a lot of people are buying properties. In fact, as an advocate, I practice in this real estate. I know sometimes I also get a call. People wanting to buy the properties in that region. So there is as a result, the property prices have also picked up. Now today, a road touching plot may be costing you about 20 lakh or 25 lakhs a gunta, which is a huge amount of money.
So, in effect, Godfrey Saab, what you're really saying is nobody is concerned about climate change, nobody is concerned about the heat wave, nobody is concerned about the fact that the temperatures in Mumbai for the first time have reached about 46, 47 degrees. Maybe we are heading towards Nagpur, which went up to 56 degrees. So, what are we doing? And this, by the way, was never even mentioned in any election campaign by any political party. Godfrey sir.
Sir, we were the first NGO along with Nat Connect Navi Mumbai to write to all the political parties to make what you call environment as one of the issue, as what you call one of the promises that
Yes.
they will reference also in their manifestos.
Yes.
It is a sad state of affairs. Today we have filed, sir, I have filed an RTI on the number of trees which have been planted by the corporation, which have been, what you call permission given by the tree authority to cut the plants, and the number of plants which have been planted. Now the BMC, in order to fudge the figures, has now come out with this Miyawaki kind of a new technique to show that the number of trees which they have planted now, in a small area you can plant thousands of trees of that Miyawaki type and show that these are the numbers, but those trees will not really matter as far as the environment is concerned. This is only to show that yes, this many number of trees is we have grown in the city.
Right,
But what
and
happens
they forget to mention the fact, just a small example, there was this lovely, beautiful 380-year-old baobab tree at SV Road. One fine day, it just wasn't there. A baobab, can you believe it? A baobab, it's an African tree with a huge trunk. It was in baobab terms, it was a very young tree, just 380 years old, not even in its teens, and it just disappeared the next day. It was the most heartrending sight I've ever seen in my life. It was terrible.
Sir, there was a similar incident because when I posted that comment on Facebook, I got information. The similar tree was hacked on the Mangrove Road.
God bless us.
Maybe in the bigger. And after cutting also the branch, it sprung to life and it was showing that the tree was growing. That means you have no value for the heritage trees. And
You know,
these are
Godfrey Sahab, Prime Minister Modi today announced that in the tree plantation drive, he said, plant a tree on the name of your mother. If she alive or dead, both, please plant a tree. Now, do you think this is going to be a revolution across the country where everybody is going to plant a tree, put a photograph of their mother along with that, click it? It's going to be a revolution. Do you think it will have a big effect where greenery is concerned?
Sir, the current state government belongs to his party only. They had made a statement and they ran a campaign to plant 33 crore trees in the Maharashtra. In last 5 years, have they planted even more than 5 lakh trees? That is a $1 million question mark, sir.
And how many of those
Just
trees
by-
have survived?
Sir, there is a what you call when you are doing a deforestation, the number of corporates which pump lot of their money in corporate CSR, corporate social responsibility.
Yes.
There is a 2% fund which is there. Now this fund, if it is deployed for greening of the entire India, I think so it will make a lot of difference. Then there is a something called there is another fund which is called Campa. I forget the full form just now at the moment, but there also, sir, thousands and thousands of crore are lying in the central government kitty. Now this fund, if it is used for greening of India, I think so it will have a huge impact. But the central government is sitting on a huge kitty of this fund.
But Godfrey
I
Sahab,
think-
maybe we should begin by preserving the trees we've got.
You are right, sir. You are right. But today, what
It's
is
so
happening?
easy to talk about planting crores and crores of trees. What about the trees that we are cutting down every day for lots and lots of vanity projects all over the place? Anyway, we'll discuss that later, but thank you so much for joining us. It's been a great pleasure, and I hope we succeed as far as this dumping ground is concerned. As far as this Uttan dumping ground is concerned, it's a huge health hazard, it's a disaster zone, and it could have horrible effects if it is not taken care of immediately. But very proud of you, Godfrey Sahab, for the fact that you are pursuing this matter, and hopefully you will be able to succeed in transferring this or transporting this dumping ground from here to a place where there is no human habitation. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Godfrey Sahab.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Right, another moment with us.